G'day and welcome to another episode of Kiwi Car Life. And 15 years ago, if you had a large sum of money to buy yourself a luxurious performance sedan, chances are you'd probably be looking at a BMW, Mercedes, Audi, or maybe a Bentley or Aston Martin or some other car like that. But I imagine not too many people would have considered one of these. But a Maserati Quattroporte can be had for the best part of $20,000 to $25,000. And so today I'm going to be answering the question, should you buy one of these unusual Ferrari-engined Maserati Quattroportes over the standard BMW, Audi or Mercedes from the same era? The M136 Ferrari Maserati designed 4.2 litre V8 that's found in the Quattroporte makes 294 kilowatt, or around 400 horsepower, and 450 newton meters of torque. And believe it or not, versions of the M136 engine were also used in the Ferrari 430 and 458, although in those ones they made quite a lot more power because they were more highly strung and used a flat plane crank V8, whereas this version is the cross plane crank. It's rear wheel drive naturally and paired up with a ZF6 transmission, although you could get this with a 6-speed manual or an automated manual of some description, which I'm very pleased that this car doesn't have. The interior, and I'm starting outside the car for this because I find these electric door handles to be really rather fascinating. We don't have to pull on anything, you just grab on a little electronic tab and it opens the door electronically for you. But the interior, my oh my, I thought this would feel rubbish on the inside compared with a BMW or Mercedes, but I have been pleasantly surprised. Things like the indicators and wipers feel excellent. All of the switchgear on the steering wheel, while very unusually placed, it all has a nice feel to it. The pedals in particular feel excellent on this. I love the blue gauges that this car has. They're very wide. There's quite a big distance between the gauges. Normally they're quite close together, but the red line goes to 7,500 RPM. It has a very tasteful analog clock up here in the center of the dashboard. Fully dual zone climate control on both sides, and I must say, in typical Italian fashion, I have absolutely no idea what any of the buttons do. The choice of wood, the leather quality on the inside is excellent. It's very well equipped. You have full electric memory seats down here. You've got auto lights and wipers, all sorts of information here that can be displayed on the central screen. The glove box opens with a little open button as opposed to with a cheap lever. It is probably one of the nicest interiors that I've ever sat inside of, especially for a car that's the best part of 15 years old. Driving the Maserati Quattroporte, I must admit, I was talking before about how the drivetrain of this competes with the E39 M5, but now that I'm actually driving it, this is not an M5 at all. This is a Mercedes S-Class. The ride quality is amazingly comfortable. It is just air. But the fun part about this vehicle is what happens when you unleash the 4.2 litre V8. I'll put it into sport mode. And while cross-plane, it has that Italian sound to it. Oh, and it has a kickdown, as I've just discovered. The problem with it is that the gears are so long that, my goodness, on a road like this, you're just never really in the power band unless you drop to first. And then, oh, it goes really good, eh? It makes a fantastic noise. The body roll is kept to a minimum. It feels reasonably sporty. The sound is excellent. The transmission is very proficient. ZF6s, no matter what car they're in, they always seem to be very, very well tuned. And then you can unleash the 4.2. Listen to this. Oh, it sounds very, very good. But then when you're done, you can sit, relax. It's unbelievably comfortable. But at a moment's notice, oh, I want to overtake someone. Okay. It's very quick. Wow, this thing gets on the move, eh? And when the road opens out a bit more like this, that's where this car comes alive. You just in second, third, fourth gear, but you can use the car's beautiful luxury ride but low, hunkered down sedan body style to its advantage, and man, it's good. Deeply impressive car. So there we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you again next time.